That's great. See, the problem is we start thinking about what tangent are we going to be on, and then we can't think of a tangent to be on.
Yet somehow we find ourselves
On a tangent.
Just like that.
Yes.
It's weird.
A line that touches a circle.
Weird.
I think that...
Well.
Hey, here's two circles that can touch. Cheers. We're back again with coffee and pedals. Here's the coffee. There's the pedals.
So, what do we got today? Oh yeah, we have to introduce ourselves.
Do we?
As well. Well, that's what we keep being told by the producers.
Yeah, the producers, right.
Yes. My name is Jonathan.
My name is Josh.
Nice to meet you all. So,
yeah.
It's chorus day.
Chorus
pedal day. Well, I'm still on.
What's up?
So, we decided to try out some chorus pedals today.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we decided.
Yeah.
So, we've got the brand new Browne Amplification. Now I feel like an idiot because it's an acronym.
The SSHAC.
I don't remember what it's an acronym for. It's the SSHAC. Yeah, thanks for that, Browne.
I couldn't even begin to guess. Not while keeping it family friendly.
And we don't have the box or the instructions here, so we'll put the the full name of it somewhere on screen.
It's in the description, I guarantee you. Or God knows.
That was poor planning on our part.
We kind of dove into this a little, half time.
But we were like, hey, there's this cool new chorus pedal that we haven't tried yet, so
Yeah.
we should totally try it. We weren't really too concerned about the names, but it's from the people at Browne Amplification who bring us things like the Protein,
Yes.
which we love. That is fantastic, and a bunch of other fantastic pedals. And then we decided to compare the boutique deluxe unique chorus against a more, typical big pedal brand.
You're going to find this at any Guitar Center, Longham to Quaid, wherever you shop.
Tapestry Music.
You will also find it at Tapestry Music, but only at Tapestry Music will you find both of them.
So we got the MXR
Save
analog
that.
chorus. Good job. I don't think anyone will notice.
No, I'm not. I'm not shilling for other music stores.
So it'll be interesting to see how these two stack up, because I have tried the MXR before.
Sure.
A few times. It's a great pedal, and it's got a lot of adjustment on
Beautiful
there.
standby, absolutely.
Have you tried it before?
I'm sure I have at some point in my life. I've never owned one, but they're around. I've worked in guitar stores. People have asked to plug into chorus pedals. I'm sure I've grabbed one of these for them.
Definitely not tried the Browne Amplification SSHAC.
O'Neill.
So I'm looking forward to trying that out, which is going to be really cool. I believe in common, they both are analog chorus pedals.
Indeed.
And they both are blue.
They're both blue.
And that was honestly part of our decision process in choosing these two chorus pedals tonight.
Yeah, we don't have a lot of thoughts going into this.
We're like, do we choose the yellow one or the purple one or, the blue one? So there we are. Good old blue.
Furthermore, we got a blue AB switch. We got blue knobs on the delay pedal.
And then I have a largely blue Yamaha Pacifica. This is actually called Beach Burst, I believe.
I believe it's Beach Burst.
It does start with a B.
Yeah.
It's also largely blue. And then check that out.
Miami blue.
Oh!
Yeah. Jazzmaster of the Professional 2 variety.
That is hilarious, because that was totally not planned at
No,
all.
I didn't
But
even
suddenly
think.
we're on this beach vacation.
Hey.
And I feel like we need I mean, this is a green screen anyways. So we can just change this to palm trees. We're sitting on the beach with cocktails, the drinks with the little umbrellas in there.
Yeah, absolutely. Can you edit in a little umbrella into my coffee here?
Wouldn't that be great? Here we go. Little umbrellas in our coffee.
All right. The beach.
Indeed. Cheers.
That's more like it.
Indeed. Definitely more like it.
Yeah, this balmy tropical weather we're having out here.
Some kind of paradise.
Some kind of paradise. So that was a really good tangent there.
Indeed. The theme today is tangents.
Tangents. Tangerines.
So we should probably
play some guitars. Okay, where do we want to start? Let's start with the MXR.
I think that's a good idea as well. I think before we dive in there, clean tone, we're going through the very exotic Paradise Deluxe Reverb here from Fender. And as we mentioned, I got the Pacifica here, And let's check out the clean tone. Ta-da!
Clean verb.
Lovely.
Yep.
We also have we got the Boss DD8 on there that we will probably turn on most of the time as well because chorus, delay, reverb, clean, Strat type guitar.
That all goes hand in hand. Absolutely.
All we're missing is a compressor for the full 1980s experiment.
I told you we should have brought the Keeley Comp 2 out, or the Comp Plus out.
We should have. In a perfect world, we would.
It's a small board, man.
And it is small. On my board at home, I do have that Keeley compressor.
Indeed.
And I do have a chorus pedal. The Waza, Dimension C.
Ooh,
nice combo.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it. But let's dive into these ones.
Okay.
So,
let's give you a little of that.
Ooh, Shimmer time.
All right.
Well, it's chorusy. It's kind of like, I don't know, light and chorusy.
Very light.
It's not like super like chewy, thick. And that is kind of noonish.
It's not chewy, but it's got a good mouthfeel.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's got a nose of. Anyways. So the depth, interesting. So the depth is already like past noon. It's already up to like 2 o'clock or so.
I don't know if that was intentional or if that's just. Anyway.
So it's not a super thick one. Like, what if we crank the depth?
Just go. Yeah. Give her. Okay.
It's still, I mean, I feel like,
I
haven't tried all the chorus pedals out there, but in the world of chorus, it still feels pretty light.
It's polite.
It is.
Yeah.
You're not going to offend anybody with this one. I mean, some of the chorus pedals get into really like,
oh boy,
warbly, vibrato, C6 sort of stuff, and I feel like there's been a real trend in that,
which is
in the last few years too. A lot of indie rock stuff is just like laden with that.
Okay.
This is definitely not that.
Yeah.
I feel like an indie rocker would be disappointed in what this does, but if you're looking for a tasteful kind of thing, But we got a lot of knobs on there. What else we got?
We've got there's some cuts. What do we got here? Cut flat and cut flat. There's a low and high. Your cut. No, Chewy, your cut.
Simpson, your cut.
Classic reference. Low cut, high cut. I didn't really want to mess with those too much tonight, just because I was wanting to go like 3 knobs versus 3 knobs.
Yeah, fair enough. So we got some EQing there to just cut some things we don't want. Why don't we dive into that rate knob a little?
Sure. Yeah, just give it a little. Give it a go. Okay. Yep, it is polite. This is a dignified chorus pedal.
Yeah, I mean, even at its most extreme settings, it's not like
unusable. Like,
yeah, it doesn't get into that territory where you're like, whoa, no, I can't use that. Yeah. Like it gets into some of them will get into crazy experimental where you're just like, well, yeah, it'll go there, but I'm never going to use it. But even at its extreme, it's still a pretty polite pedal.
Yeah, yeah, and there's a lot to be said for that. You know, it fits right in its little pocket, its little niche, and it does its job, and it does its job extremely well. Then we got a mono and a through out on that. What's that all about? Is that for like effects loop or?
Crickets.
Okay, let's go comment section.
I would assume that's a stereo output.
I could do it.
But why they label it as through? I don't know.
That's a very odd. I've never seen that on another pedal, actually.
Yeah, I assume it's the stereo thing, but I didn't read the manual, so.
Like we said, we sat down, we plugged some pedals in, we picked some guitars.
Holy heck, what the? Exploding pedals. Holy smokes.
Pedal cam, did you catch that? That was crazy. We got ghosts in the room. I think we can just maybe let's unscrew that.
We are having some technical difficulties here on Coffee and Pedals.
Oh, good gosh. I'm holding it down, and now it's doing... it turned green, man. It's flashing at me.
What?
I'm out of my element. I'm Donnie.
It's on like some weird mode now or something?
Somebody press a button. Oh, God. Hey, we got a solid red. Let's go back to off, on. You fixed it.
Did I?
I think so.
Okay.
Hey.
There we go. We are not only incredibly proficient guitar players, but we're also experts in the field of electronic repairs.
Absolutely.
There we go. All right, cool. I don't know if we're back on the same setting we were, but
I turned it back to standard. We had it on standard as long as we didn't mess with it.
Groovy.
It sounds
We're
good.
back at it. Okay. Pedal number 2.
Pedal number 2.
SSHAC Attack.
SSHAC Attack. So let's just
switch over to the
Jazzmaster. Keeping it on the bridge pickup for the time being here. Let's give her a little... much help if we had the pedal on.
I thought you were just gonna play the clean sound for a second, and then you kept on going. I'm like, the chorus pedal's not on yet.
It's really not sounding that chorusy to me, dude.
Here you go, it's on.
Thank you. Here we go. Immediately.
So I've learned a couple things here already.
I
learned that in also not knowing the name of the pedal, its full name, I probably should have read the manual as well, because the blend knob is backwards.
What?
So the more it is this way, the more chorus, the more that way. Because I'm like, let's crank it up. Let's see what happens. I'm like, seems kind of mild. It's backwards. So the blend is actually that way.
Oh
the other thing, These knobs on the top here, I love these knobs.
They're fun. I was looking at them.
They're like, they feel so good to turn. Yeah. It's a weird knob shape that I've never seen before. They're like, they're like little like mushrooms or something. Kinda. And they're very tactile, and they just feel like in your fingers. They feel really good. They turn smoothly. It's like, I just really like those knobs.
They got little divots in them. This is great.
They're cool. They're very cool.
Now, what I will say about the knobs on the MXR, though, is they glow in the dark. Those little white lines there. The slices, as I referred to them earlier, I believe.
Oh, they do.
Oh, you really got to, you got to like really
you can see
that.
They do.
Yeah, you can't, but we can.
That's pretty handy. Okay, cool. I wish I'd realized that the blend knob was the other way. Because it does get pretty extreme there. Like, pretty seasick.
Give her a little...
shimmery. And so we got the little light on here, which is cool. Which
I love it.
You can't see from the front camera, but from the Pedal Cam 3000, you should be able to see the light is showing you it's blinking with the speed. So let's
give him a taste.
Pretty handy.
Whoa!
Yeah, look at how fast that goes.
Whoa!
And I think while you don't have necessarily the glow in dark little lines, if you're on stage and you look down and you're like, why does my chorus pedal sound weird? It's like, oh, because it's going too fast or too slow or whatever. Yeah. So that's a pretty cool little thing that
a lot of fun.
Not every chorus pedal would have.
Nah.
But it's nice.
It is not on once again. Here we go.
I'm not even touching the whammy bar.
No, that's, jeez.
Well, that's lovely.
You know, I would describe that as chewy.
It's very chewy. It's got, like, you remember the video that we did back in, I think it was January, where we did a couple of Boss pedals. We did the CE.
Yes, the Chorus Ensemble.
It's the Chorus Ensemble against the Super Chorus, and I think the Super Chorus was like the chewy kind of one, and the Chorus Ensemble was a little more like airy and shimmery kind of thing. That's the same thing kind of going on here, I think. Definitely the MXR is like the lighter, shimmery, polite one. If you just want like a little bit of chorus in there. I mean, the Browne Amplification one is definitely chewy, and it definitely, you can take it into some deeper vibrato-y territory. It doesn't get like, what's the word I'm looking for? Like, offensive.
Offensive, yes. We touched on offensive with this guy.
It touches on it. If you max it out, it'll get into some pretty gnarly territory. But for the most part, it's still like, it's still a well-dressed chorus.
Quite a well-dressed. Yes. I would put it this way. Pilsner, Guinness.
Guinness.
Not in that like it's like bitter and like hard to handle. It's just like that is a thick brew.
It's thick,
but it's still easily drinkable. I for one like Guinness.
I feel like the this one's very functional for me. This one's a little more like inspiring.
Yeah, inspiring, but I think it still occupies a lot of the space that this guy could occupy. Well,
especially with the blend knob, because that blend knob is super powerful, as we found, and it does work. Reverse. as you dial that blend down to much lower, you get into that very polite, light chorus thing.
Totally.
If you just want that. But if you want to crank it up and get that like more, modern indie rock, super watery kind of thing, it's definitely there. But it doesn't get wild and crazy as some other modulation pedals do.
No, yeah, and I think that
probably
that
not for your
occupies
experimental crowd necessarily, but
the voice of this thing itself. I mean, and honestly, the price difference between the two is not astronomical. The Browne is a wee bit more.
A wee bit.
A wee bit.
Yeah, not much. But that's cool. I mean,
Yeah.
and I really like this little
Texture
what do they
too,
call
isn't
this
it?
texture? I forget what they call it. But it's cool.
Lizard skin? I don't know.
It's definitely not lizard skin, but that's cool. But that is a beautiful sounding chorus pedal for sure. That gets a pretty wide range of tones. So I would be very happy having that as my only chorus pedal that I could get pretty much any tone that I would need. So that's a very nice addition to the Browne Amplification family of pedals, which is pretty much, I think, just overdrives up until
That's a good point. Yeah. Oh, it's nice to see them branching out to modulation. I can't wait until they come out with a flanger.
That'll be next.
That'd be cool. For the time being, I mean, I think they just got to play it safe, go with some of the more widely used effect sounds. If they did a delay, that would be kind of cool. See what they cook up.
Yeah, I'd be very curious to see what they do. So, very cool stuff coming out all the time from Browne Amplification. So, very cool that we've got that one there, and it was nice to hear it for the first time for both of us.
The very first time in my whole life.
Indeed.
And in the 1 month that this pedal has been released.
There we go.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, let us know in the comments which you preferred. Was the Browne Amplification too much for you? Or was the MXR, maybe
Not
too
enough.
little? Or is there a Goldilocks somewhere in between that you can think of? But we certainly enjoyed playing both of these.
Absolutely.
And I would enjoy playing them again.
Yes.
And we will play again on a further episode.
Tune in next time.
So thanks so much for watching. If you haven't already, do like and subscribe.
Yes.
Because we really appreciate it. And we appreciate you watching. And we appreciate seeing you the next time. Thanks so much.
The blue episode of Coffee and Pedals.
Is indeed.
It was very... See, the problem is we're just so distracted by the pretty blinking light.
It's true.
It just doesn't stop friggin' blinking, and I just cannot live without the blink.
Don't look at it. Just play.
I can't.
I
think I'll call it a night with that.
I had both of them on.
Whoa! I was like, what happened, man? This Browne thing can do way more than I thought it could.
That was fun.
That was great. Anyway, I guess now we're officially signing off on the blue episode of Coffee and Pedals.
Good night, everyone. I love these knobs.
The knobs, man.
These knobs are great.
Get a load of these knobs over here.
I just want to touch them.
Now do it again, but do it naked.